So we're gonna make sausage gravy this morning. So what you do first is take 1/4 of a pound of sausage and crumble it up into the pan. Okay, next I'm gonna turn the burner on to medium. You see right there? Okay, it's been about 3 minutes and it's sizzling now. So what I'm gonna do now is start chopping the meat up and moving it around. And you can chop the meat up as much as you'd like, but just make sure that all the red is out of the meat. And that should take about between 3 and 5 minutes. Turn the handle away from you so you don't accidentally hit it with your arm or something. Alright, so it's been about 3 minutes since I put the sausage in. I'm about ready to add the butter. Okay, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna turn the burner down about halfway between low and medium. Okay, now I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of flour in with the sausage. That's 1 tablespoon. And there's 2 tablespoons. And just mix that in with it. We're gonna put about 1 cup of milk in there. There's 1 cup of milk. And it's always better to have your sausage gravy too thick to start with, because you can always add milk to make it thinner. But if it's too thin, then it's really hard to make it thicker what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stir this into the sausage gravy. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn the burner up to medium so it will start boiling. Okay, it's been about 1 minute and I'm gonna start stirring the sausage gravy. And there's a little bit of steam coming off of it, so it's starting to boil a little bit. Okay, see how it's starting to boil? How it's starting to bubble? That means it's boiling. I'm gonna stir it around and see how it's getting thicker. It might be a little bit hard to tell, but it just feels thicker. It feels harder to stir than it was. It looks a little bit thicker than it did. It's better to have it too thick than too thin, because you can always make it thinner, but you can't make it thicker. Since it's done, I'm gonna turn the burner off. And slide it off the burner. So I think it's a little bit too thick, so I'm gonna put it back on the burner. See how it looks a little bit too thick? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 1/4 of a cup of milk. That's about 1/4 of a cup. I'm gonna stir it in. Okay, see how that looks thinner? It's easier to stir now, and it's thinner. It comes off the spatula easier. So now it's ready. Now I'm gonna crumble up the biscuits. And you can crumble the biscuit up in as small or as big of pieces as you would like. Pour the gravy over the biscuits. I'm gonna use a spatula just to take it over. You wanna be really careful not to spill it. You could use a spoon if you wanted to, but I'm using a spatula. Okay, now the sausage gravy is ready to enjoy.